Alright, welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's go get some crushed concrete. Let's see how this trailer does. Gentlemen, we're hooked up, ready to go to the yard. It's about 40 minutes away. We're going to get 4 tons of crushed concrete. So I need some more here for my house. Weight rating on this is 8,500 pounds of payload. We'll put it around 8,000 and see how this whole thing works and how this cylinder dumps. And this is our first full run, and we're going to kind of max it out. So we're going to see how this Panther Cargo dump trailer works for us.
Arrive at your destination.
Dusty environment. All right, this weight is empty. We're going to circle around, load up. We told them 4 tons, and let's go back on the scale, weigh it up, and pay the lady. Okay, we're all loaded up. It wasn't bad. 1 scoop of the big machine, that's all we get. And we're tarped up. But didn't squat the trucks. Looks like she favored most of the weight towards the back. So let's get on the scale and see how much we actually have in there. That's all we need to do, some repairs on our driveway. Pay the lady and we'll be on our way here, guys. All right, the lady did really good with her machine, and based on the scale, we came in at 3.95. We'll show the ticket when we're done driving them back home. We'll get this unloaded and see how this trailer's doing. So far, with that 4 tons in there is supposed to be technically almost our max. It looks like I didn't do nothing to the trailer, so that's good. We'll see you when we get home. All right, we're back home. We got the tarp off it. So we went in, we didn't have much fuel in the truck, but we went in with the truck and trailer at 13,480. We left at 21,380. You guys can see that. So you guys can hopefully see that. I'll zoom in and make sure hopefully you guys can see that. Make sure to show you that I'm not lying. That's where we left off there. So the lady did a really good job of loading this up and trying to keep us at that 4-ton max, because I didn't want to take this thing all the way to the 8,500 pound limit. But when I saw her dump it, it seemed like the trailer wasn't even phased. So that's good. So we got 7,900 pounds in this trailer. Now, if you don't move hardscape like this all the time, or if you do move hardscape like this all the time, all you need is a dump trailer ready for the weight that you want to do. And you can get the shorter sides, easier to load with your machines. But when you have a trailer this size, it's more or less for what I bought it for, which is more or less garbage cleanup and, you know, large branches and tree stumps. So I wanted the taller trailer, but you'll see what basically 4 tons looks like in this trailer. Looks like there's nothing in here. So that was 1 scoop from that machine from our girl Penny there over at, called Crushed, over here in North Charleston in South Carolina. So she did a great job loading it. We're going to lock these doors. We're going to get this dumped. We'll see how this thing handles the almost max payload. Now they're saying that that piston should be rated at 21,000 pounds. So it should handle this no problem. So we need to take out our safety pin. Let's see how this piston sounds. Doesn't sound like the pump's struggling at all. Seems like everything's going good. Going up, no problem, good speed. But definitely impressed with that. You're gonna hit the 2nd stage here soon. There's the 2nd stage. Seems like it's moving pretty good. All right, let's finish up here in the back while this comes out. So just to let you know, we're starting to hit our third stage on that piston. So there's 3 stages to it. Okay, so that's most of it came out. So that's all the way up right now, guys. So we're going to have to drive forward a bit to get this to finish dumping. You can see how far that piston goes up. That's 3 stages. You got 1, 2, 3. So you got 3 steps of that piston. It lifted basically the max of this, you know, minus 600 pounds, no problem. We just got to finish the dump out. So let's just pull forward a bit and we'll get this all cleaned out. So you can see why you don't need a little trailer. You know, you don't need such a big one. You can get away with like a 12-footer if you're just moving stuff like this all the time. Hardscape, dirt, sand. If you're going to keep to that 16,000 pound, you know, dual 8K axles. This is dual 7K axles, but like I said in the previous video, and now I bought this trailer specifically for garbage cleanup, debris cleanup. But we pretty much maxed this trailer out. I'm very impressed with the dump quality, how it moves, no problem. And things are working really well so far. The 2500 gas HD engine did okay. Wasn't happy like my diesel, but it got the job done, especially when I'm towing locally now. I would never tow this weight, that much weight, farther than, you know, 50 miles anyway. Our trip to the yard was like, I think like 20 some miles round trip roughly, maybe a little bit longer. It was about a 42-minute ride, 45-minute ride to get that right there. That's almost 4 tons, 3.95, because I need to fill in around my shed over there so it stops undermining, and I just need to do a couple little repairs. I could probably have pushed the envelope and probably went to like 9,000 pounds, and I think I would have been fine. We did great with this. I'm very happy. I'm just going to sweep that out there and clean this up and put it down. Yes, as you can see, I got a bunch of painter's tape and a garbage bag underneath that tape protecting that back window. That's a story. I was going to pick this trailer up, and as I was coming back on a backcountry road, lawnmowers on the side of the road doing their thing, shot piece of metal, rock, whatever, and blew out my back window while I was driving. If that was a little split second sooner, it would have came through my front window. If it was a little bit slower, it would have came through my front window, and that could have hit me in the face. So I think I missed death there a little bit on that one, and at least my son wasn't with me. He was actually going to go with me to pick this up. I'm glad he wasn't with me, and I'm also glad I didn't hit the truck itself, because you know body work costs a lot more than glass. But I stopped. They're going to take care of that. Obviously I got to pay out of pocket, but they're going to expense that, you know, basically reimburse me for that window, but that's going to come in a few days. So we want to get this trailer unhooked, get that back inside before the rain comes. We're actually pulling in the garage right now. One of the few times I get to kick out my wife out of the garage. So I have a previous video that I did on this trailer, the initial walkthrough. I'll put that at the end of this video. You guys can go watch it if you want, but this is a great price point. The build quality is good. There's just a few cosmetic things that I hope they address on this, but we almost maxed this trailer out today according to the numbers, and it handled it just fine. So I'm very pleased with that so far. This amount of weight is going to be rare for us. I think most of the time I maybe be transporting maybe 4,000 to 5,000 pounds, not the full like 8,000 that we had in here. That's it. Not much more to cover. I just want to see how this did. I want to take you guys along for the ride to get some crushed concrete here. Almost maxing the trailer out, and we're happy with it. That piston, that 3-stage piston, picked that up like it was nothing. The trailer brakes worked great. The tires and everything handled it great. Everything on this trailer handled that max load, if that's what you want to call it, for this trailer, like a breeze. So I'm very happy with that, guys. So if you guys have any questions, any comments, drop them in the comments. I will get back with you. And I thank you guys for coming along for our first initial use of this trailer and almost maxing it out. So as always, be safe out there, and I'll catch you guys on the job. See you guys soon.